Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. This is the second video of this series, and you'll notice I have tape marks scattered throughout the vehicle here, and that tells me where I need to spot correct. And we're talking about anything from etching to scratches to swirls, hard water spots, anything that needs a little bit of TLC before we go on. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to use for the rest of the vehicle, but before we get that done, we're going to take care of spots like this, doing some spot correction, really whatever it takes, whatever polisher it takes, pad or combination. This spot here is just a little bit of leftover adhesive from the transportation film, and we can use Citral 266 to remove that easily. Okay, let's move along to the front bumper where we have a cluster of scratches, actually a little bit deeper than I would have expected for a brand new vehicle. But as I mentioned before in the first video, I've never gotten a brand new vehicle that doesn't need some type of paint correction. Cook Chemi M302 and a Roops DA Fine Pad. That's going to be the combination and the team I use to remove these scratches. Again, the clear on this vehicle is soft and thin, and later on in the video we will get measurements of both paint depth and gloss before we move on to the next step. That team works perfectly on this type of vehicle. Just a few short passes and our work here is done. We can move on. Another cluster of scratches next to the headlight. We're going to use a smaller polisher to get into this narrow area. We're going to stick with the M302, just use a lighter pad on the 3-inch polisher. that will take care of this cluster of scratches. We can move on towards the back of the vehicle where we have more etching and we have water spotting than anything else towards the back of the car. And here is one example. All I need here is to grab the little sniper for spot correction. Little 2-inch polisher is perfectly fine. I'm going to stick with the M302 all the way around the vehicle. It's not too aggressive. It is just a finishing polish, a micro cut, and it's perfect for this job here. Okay, our work's done there. We can jump onto the rear deck, the spoiler. We have some etching and a small cluster of scratches as well. We'll take care of all of that with just one combination. Okay, I'm going to continue around and take care of all these problem areas with a little bit of spot correction. I don't have to show you all of it. Just let me show you some examples of what I will be going after, however. This area here has a bit of factory paint protection film. This will be removed, but as you can see, the film has also been compromised as well. When we are all set with prep and correction, this vehicle will be protected with our metal oxide ceramic coating and paint protection film. Having a rather deep arsenal when it comes to correction tools is always recommended, especially getting into tight areas such as Very well. So at this point here, we've done the spot correction all the way around the vehicle, and we're going to jump to the next step. But before we do, we want to get measurements. I like to get gloss measurements and also paint depth readings. You're going to see the paint depth readings jump all over the place. So I'm really glad at this point we only need to grab a cleaner polish or a fine or a finish polish to really bring the depth and the gloss out on this finish before we protect it. But as you can see here, it's all over the place. All right, and then when it comes to gloss readings, we're looking at the low to mid 90s. And by the time the car leaves, we're looking at our goal is triple digits when it comes to performing the next two steps, and that will be the refinement of the finish and then also the protection. And for the next step, a teaser into the next video of the series, we reach for Built Hammer's Cleanser Polish, the awesome Car Pro Gloss Pad. Those two team up for incredible results for a finish such as this. And that will do it for this video. Time flies when you're having fun, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. Join us for the next video where we finish up the correction, really bring out the depth and gloss of this finish.